For leaders who are maybe almost too cautious to take a step forward, what would you advise them to do? How would you cheer them on?
It's important to arrive at the conclusion of doing nothing actively, right? The scary part is when inaction is just a knock-on effect. So let's say we are aiming to do something and we're aiming to transform something, but it's taking too long, it's dragging out, we don't have the right ambassadors and so forth. So it's getting pushed all the time and just say, we'll deal with that in January, we will deal with that then. But we know it's kind of the right things to do, but it's such a time consumer or something that we don't really act on it now, but it could be a liability or a risk in the future, right? So I think the real risk here is in action. If we sit down as a management team and decide that this is not the way forward, we are not going to do this, then at least there is probably a true discussion around what we would do instead. So that's an active decision. I would actually just look at leaders and tell them, what is stopping you from doing it now? What's holding you back? Because competitors aren't necessarily better, but they might learn faster. And they might be on it faster. Try to get started and maybe do not reinvent the wheel. Maybe do not build a space rocket, but start with something small that is leading you towards the right sort of transformation. Maybe break it down in smaller milestones and just see where can we be in a few weeks from now or a few months from now. And that's the thing with also assessing risk in a project is that sometimes when you break it down to milestones, you realize that milestone A is something we will benefit from nevertheless. It could be just cleaning up your data. And it's like, there has never been anyone regretting cleaning up data, so that might have been a good investment anyhow, whatever is the next step. So I think it's sometimes very important to just break it down to almost like a domino effect. So we understand what brings us to the next goal. Then it might be easier to actually reach or getting started because it doesn't seem like the Mount Everest to climb. It's just a hill. We can all do a hill. That's fine. And we can see the next steps when we get over that little hill to see where's the landscape now and then navigate from there.